evening, and welcome to the Candlelight Processional. Tonight's presentation is under the baton of conductor Dr. Jeffrey B. Reddy. Dr. Reddy received the 2019 Brandon Music Educator Award. He is also Director of Choral Activities at the University of Central Florida, as well as the founder and Executive Director of the Orlando Choral Society. Liberty and the Epcot Candlelight Processional. evening's special guest narrator, Jodie Benson.
Wow, woohoo! We're back! I love you too. Candlelight Processional is back. How exciting is this? I cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. And look at, we are with real live human beings, not on a Zoom screen. Oh my goodness, and I'm not in my pajamas, and neither are you. Isn't that amazing? So exciting to be here. My family and I are just thrilled to celebrate this season with all of you here at Disney. Can't believe that you took the time out of your busy lives to come and hang with all of us, but you know, these words, I just am so honored to get to share this script with you tonight. I've been with the company for nearly 35 years. I started working here when I was 8. And, you know, and truly, and truly it is just the greatest delight for me to do this special event for our company. This just has my heart. So I'm so thrilled that all of you are here. I know you are aware of this, but let me just remind you that Walt Disney began this tradition of the Candlelight Processional at Disneyland nearly 60 years ago. Now this year, Walt Disney World celebrates 50 years of magic right here in Florida. Yes. And in that time, literally millions of guests had enjoyed the Christmas story, the traditional carols, especially this glorious music that you are about to hear with our maestro and our orchestra, our Epcot cast choir, and the angels behind me, the Voices of Liberty. Amazing. And this is just going to be an amazing evening. So to continue this marvelous heritage, since I rode Rock and Roller Coaster and I was crazy this afternoon, I'm going to take a deep breath because I'm super excited. I'd like all of you to take a deep breath and just savor these next few moments that we have together, and we're going to treasure this special time, okay? So thrilled to be here. So let us begin. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin who was betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and he said, "Greetings, O favored one. The Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled at the saying and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found great favor with God, and behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus." And it came to pass, in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. And all went, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. And in the same region there were shepherds out in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. And they were filled with great fear. And the angel said to them, "Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord." And suddenly, there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards all." When the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us." And they went with haste, and they found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told them concerning this child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king. Behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose in the east, and we have come to worship him. And when they saw the star, oh, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And behold, the star that they had seen went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother. And they just fell down and they worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. The story of the birth of Christ has been told and retold for over 2,000 years. And about 200 years ago, in a small church in Austria, on a quiet winter's day, the organist Franz came to the young priest Joseph Moore and said, "Oh, Father Joseph, the church organ is broken and we will have no music for the Christmas Eve service." And later in the day, as Joseph made his rounds, he visited a home where a baby had just been born, and he thought about the birth of the baby Jesus. And inspired by the miracle of life and love, and comforted by the peace that fell over the town, he rushed back to the church and he wrote a poem. Joseph said to Franz, "We may not have the old organ, but if you can play the guitar, then maybe we could have a new song instead." Franz said, "Father, I only know 3 chords." "Well, then let's make a song with 3 chords." So Franz used what he knew and slowly and carefully pulled forth a tender melody from those 3 chords. And lo and behold, he had composed the most beautiful, the most beloved of all of the Christmas carols. Heavenly peace. It truly is a gift bestowed upon all of us during this very special time of the year. And tonight, people around the world mark this joyful season with heartfelt sentiment. And as we each treasure our unique holiday traditions of family, faith, and culture, let us join together in celebrating the birth of the blessed babe in a manger and rejoice in the universal message of peace on earth and goodwill toward all. Joy to the world.
Joy to the world.
unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
what an incredible evening for all of us to celebrate together. Thank you for taking the time to come and join us, and I'm just so honored that I got to be here this evening. On behalf of my family and myself, we want to wish you all a bunch of love and joy and peace. I want to leave you with two little thoughts that I've really been working on in my heart, and I wanted to share with you. First thing, I want to learn how to love others really well. Really love others well and deem one another more important than myself. And number two, this year especially, we're learning how to be kind. Really simple things, to love one another well and to be kind. I want to leave you with those two thoughts this holiday season, and however you choose to celebrate during this time of the year, I really hope that you and your loved ones can savor these moments together. They're very precious this time that we have together. And I hope, but my family wishes all of you tons of love, joy, and peace. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for allowing me to be your narrator tonight, but more importantly, thank you for allowing me to be part of your world for all these many years.
Christmas, everyone. We'd like to take a moment to extend our sincere thanks to our cast choir, orchestra, conductor, the Voices of Liberty, and to tonight's guest narrator, Jodie Benson, as well as all of you. How wonderful it is to come together and celebrate the sentiments of the season. We hope you enjoy the rest of your night at the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays, presented by Advent Health. We remind you to check your holiday passport for information about the other holiday offerings here at Epcot, and for our nighttime spectacular, Harmonious. From all of us at the Walt Disney World Resort, we wish you and yours a meaningful holiday season and the happiest of New Years.